I also want to give double honors to our apostles of great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, and let me go back into that. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, and I'm here to do another live stream entitled America's First World Privileges Are About to Be Revoked. All right, America's first world privileges are about to be revoked. All right, so I'm just going to start out with Zephaniah 1 and 11. It's Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh. All right, hey, shalom, shalom, brother. Hey, how ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut off, all they that bear silver are cut off. Now, America is spiritually Maktesh, because Maktesh at that time was like a prospering city, okay? But America is now spiritually Maktesh, all right? And America, and within America are a lot of conveniences, are a lot of conveniences, all right, that exist for everyday people in this country. Whether you're rich or poor, you still experience, all right, conveniences in this country, all right? Because even if you're homeless, all right, you can live in a tent city, all right? You can sleep in a tent, all right? You could go, they have something called like food giveaway. Down here they call it stew pot. And that's a service that the city provides. I think it's a city that provides for basically poor people, homeless people. So even at the bottom tier, even if you don't have an apartment, even if you're literally homeless, you have homeless shelters, you have stew pots, all right, which is like a food service down here, all right. But nationwide, there's all types of privileges for even the poorest people in this country, all right, and things that we can't help but take for granted because this is all we know. All right, things every day that we look at as everyday norms and everyday conveniences, all right, will soon be cut off, man. All right, soon you can't just call the police over domestic disputes. Soon you can't call the police over something severe, because every city, every jurisdiction, or every precinct has so many police. And when the crime rate skyrockets like it's doing now, all right, it's not going to be enough police, all right, to handle every dispute. And it's going to be so severe that the police are not going to risk their own life to save yours, man. All right, so let me just continue on. Zephaniah 1 and 11, it says, how ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees. And these are, false prophets, all right, which is going to get into that, false prophets, all right, that didn't warn the people, all right, about the things to come, about the evils to come. Didn't warn our people, all right. It says, how ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their hearts, Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. And that's a lot of Israelite camps. They don't push the MOB. They don't tell you that the JOB is something that's forbidden amongst our nation, although it tells us in our laws, that we're not even supposed to put cuttings in our flesh anyway. Okay? Then it says, therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall build houses but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards but not drink the wine thereof. All right, and ultimately it's going to go into the destruction. Okay, but before that destruction, America is going to lose this developed status that it has, man. All right, it's going to be like the rogue here in America, man. Okay, it says, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses but not inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hastening greatly. Hey, and I'm going to get a scripture real quick because it said it hastening greatly. Meaning, hey, Yahweh is speeding up the time, man. All right? So, just to throw in a scripture right quick is Sirach 36 and 7. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary. So the end result of all this is that Yahweh Basham Shai is taking away the adversary, which is Esau Edom, presently known as the so-called white man. Okay? And destroy the enemy. Make the time short. As it says in Zephaniah that the great day of Yahweh is near, which is the thermonuclear destruction, and it hastened greatly. It hastened it greatly. Okay, it says back to Sirach 36:7. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. All right, take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works. All right, because within our covenant, all right, within our laws, it's the promise that the Most High made to Abraham, man. All right, that we would get the land, okay? So now Yahweh Shai, well, Yahweh Shai is speeding up the time because Yahweh Shai is in control of time, all right? And it says that, going back to Zephaniah 1:14, the great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly, all right? That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, because the end result, all right, what's gonna come of basically is economic collapse and race wars and famine and just major death, all right. The end result is the destruction, all right. But before see the destruction, that's just the cherry on top. That's the icing on the cake. Before there's destruction, all right, there's going to be hell on earth, man. Also known as Jacob's trouble, okay? But just to get the reality of that, just to paint an illustration of the reality, man. Your grandma on dialysis, she's not she's not gonna have any help, okay? People who rely on the system to live, like literally live, they have these sicknesses. All right, if they're not the elect, they're not gonna make it, man. Fuck it, you know. And not to just act like we just heartless, like we don't have any. But the Most High built us up to accept this reality, man. Okay. You know, what else, man? Like I said, you know, it's definitely conveniences like getting fast food and things of that nature. There's still gonna be stability here, all right. But ultimately, you're gonna have to have the MOB to receive that privilege, man. All right, first the job, then the MOB. But it's about to be real third world in this country, man. All right, it ain't gonna be no online dating, and it ain't gonna be no just picnics for no reason. All right, like at this park, man, people just throw frisbees for no reason. They really take that serious, man. Right? This is paradise right now, man. This is the good old days right now, man. Okay. So from there, I'm going to get James, the book of James. All right. All right, because Esau is basically his kingdom, he's losing the grips of his kingdom. He's doing everything he can to submit the ownership of his slaves, man. All right, through ultimately the MOB or the MOTB. Okay, James chapter 5, verse 2. All right, I started 1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. And everything that Esau has gotten, he's gotten it through what? Rape, robbery, murder. All right. Like down here in the state of Mississippi, most counties are named after Gad, the so-called Native American Indians. Like you got Biloxi, Mississippi. All right. Belzoni. Those are named after Gadite tribes, man, of the so-called Choctaw Nation. All right. Yazoo, I think it goes back to a Gadite dwelling. All right, if you're familiar with the Mississippi area, all right, but it goes to show you that those names, those lands were taken, man. Those cities were taken. Okay, so that's how their money is corrupted. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. And you shall eat your flesh as it will fire. You have reaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. Yeah, because we built up this man's kingdom. All right, we built up his kingdom. How much did we get for it? You know, that's why it says in Wisdom of Solomon 5, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness against them. They have well, let me get it. I got the pocket for right here. All right. Let me get it, man. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, all right, and made no account of his labors. All right, going back to James 5:4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, which goes right into, which I'm gonna go right back to the lesson, but you know how the spirit is, and all things edify. You know, Isaiah 62 and 6. Isaiah 62:6 goes right into it. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence. Going right back to James. They're crying, these men, and not just the southern kingdom, but the so-called Hispanics and Native American, in which you stole their land and you enslaved them on their own land. Now the elect of those tribes are crying to Yahweh Bashim Havashai, man. Hey, we're crying like a baby to Yahweh Bashim Havashai, saying he hit me. All right. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So that's what the elect are doing right now. We're giving Yahweh Bashim Havashai no rest, man. All right, James 5:4. Again, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, you have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. You have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. And we don't resist him, man. All right, we don't resist. We just exist. We just existing in America. Because to resist Esau would mean that we have to develop an army that can counter the attacks that he's sending towards us. And we don't have that power to do it. That's why we're crying to Yahweh Bashim Havashai. See, you fucked up, Esau, because we could march and protest all day. Our people could burn up a few cities, set a few liquor stores on fire. But at the end of the day, we still got to go to work. You know, we still got to feed our families. So, you know, the body of Yahweh is not doing that anyway. But at the end of the day, we have no power to resist Esau. But you messed up because we messed around and remember our power, man. We messed around and remember our power. And let me get one of my key scriptures right quick. All right. See, the things that's happening to America, that's not supposed to be for our punishment. It's for Pharaoh's punishment. It's for the Egyptians' punishment, not the Israelites. But the 2/3 of our people are cleaved unto the Egyptians, man. Meaning they would not depart from the ways of Egypt. Therefore, they must be destroyed with Egypt. Okay? But just to build on the point I just made, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, all right, verse 32. And I started 30 at 30, Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am Yahweh, their power. For I will give them in heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. All right? But the point was what? In the land of their captivity, shall they remember themselves. But what was going to come with that? We crying to our power. All right? We're crying to our power, man. All right? It's almost like you were kidnapped and you were held hostage, but you were unconscious. But when you became conscious, now what are you making the effort to do? Now you need to escape. So now we're making an effort to spiritually escape. But America is about to reap what it has sown, man. America is about to reap what it has sown. And we're about to experience that within the next few moments, all right, of this this so-called this crisis, man. All right, America is about to lose its first world status. All right, so like I said, you're not just going to be able to call the ambulance. All right, call the paramedics. All right, you're not going to be able to call the police. All right, and when people are aware that the police are not going to do anything, chaos is going to skyrocket, man. And the people who are going to suffer the most from this are women. are women. Something that High Priest Ariah, all right, said years ago. I think it was him that said it, that 99% of so-called black women are gonna die. But it's funny because 80% of them are single. So what the fuck can you do if you're single? How you gonna protect yourself if you're single? Even if you got a pistol, man. A man is not afraid of a woman with a pistol, man. All right? America is about to lose its first world status, man. All right? And the way you know that this is a careless country, because it refers to, it says in Jeremiah about America, thou that dwellest in pleasure. You don't have to even plan what you're going to eat today. You don't even have to think 2 weeks ahead what you're going to buy for the next 2 weeks. But pretty soon you will have to. All right? That's how you know we're in a state of carelessness. You don't even have to think ahead for your family. All right, what are we going to eat for the next 2 weeks? Because you already know when you go to sleep and wake up, you can just go to the store. And if you don't have the time to go to the store and prepare groceries and cook your meal, you can go to a damn drive-through, man. If this is not talking about that city that dwelleth in pleasure, I don't know what is, man. You could get Uber Eats to deliver food to your front door like it's a damn Amazon packet, man. All right? America's about to lose their status. All right? And the only people they're going to open it up back to is people who receive the MOTB. Okay? It's about to get real grimy, man. But the darker it is for America, the more light is going to shine on the hopefully elect. Abba willing is us, man. But that's a fact. All right, as a matter of fact, let me go on and get that, because that was one of my scriptures for my build-up. Isaiah. And every time I talk about America, I start thinking about Israelite women, because they sort of reflect each other, all right, for lack of better words. Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hey, rise up, man. All right? Taking pride in being single, that's over with, man. You're going to die. All right? Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Because you're going to be the biggest victim, all right, when America loses its first world status. See, when a country is a developed country, it's basically like a machine that runs itself, especially in the city. All right, when you live in a city within a first world country, you have the supreme convenience within your life, man. So really, you don't have to do anything. That's why the only thing you have to do is go to some job. You probably work from home. You, like I said, could get food delivered to you. All right. You could ghost or choose whatever man you want to by way of a dating app. All right. You don't know how your lights work, but all you know is you flicker a switch, your lights turn on, man. All right. That's a woman that's at ease. You got some little apartment dog that can't even protect you when all hell breaks loose. All right. Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women. The way you dress is careless. How in the world can you show all that skin in public and not have any thought as to what man can possibly ravish me, man? Out of spite, man, or out of lust. That's how you know our people are in a careless state, because of how women carry themselves, man. But that's a reflection on the privileged society that we live in, where a woman could just be basically damn near butt naked and nothing to happen to her. But we're about to leave that state right now, man. All right? Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come in. All right? No more unemployment. All right? No more little monthly checks for your babies. All right? No more employment, period. No more unemployment. And no more employment, man. All right? Now you're going to understand that you lived in a society that was built by men that coincidentally counsel actual men out of your life. All right, counsel their value out of your life. But now, all right, our importance is about to come back. All right, as men. All right, because America is about to lose its first world privileges, man. That first world developed nation status, it's about to lose that, and it's going to be dog eat dog world, man. And people are going to go the most least resistant route when it comes to feeding themselves and their family. So they're going to go the most least resistant route. Who are they going to target for food? You guessed it. All right. Isaiah 32:11. Tremble you women that are at ease, be troubled you careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lame it for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. All right. But hey, that's pretty much the point, man. All right. All right. The things you see around you every day that you just thought you took as a norm is no more going to be a norm. All right. Some brothers might be, you know, in the woods. Some brothers might be in vacant houses. All right. The Most High got it played out. Some brothers might be at camps that we didn't got picked up, you know. All right. Second Ezra 15 and 12. All right. Egypt shall mourn. That Egypt was talking about America. That's the code name for America. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fare through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. And they that till the ground, man. All right. They already buying out all the cattle for Gates, man. All right. They're already basically stocking up certain things only for the lower luminaries, man. All right. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fare through the blasting in hell, and with the fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right. So it's going to be hell on earth. And keep in mind, by the time this was written, Egypt was way out of power, man. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And there's going to be race wars. All right. There's going to be different factions in America fighting against each other. All right. Different parties fighting against each other, man. All right. For there should be sedition among men. What's that sedition? All right, not taking heed to what the governors are saying within their state and the mayors are saying within their city, and invading one another. All right, doors getting kicked in is going to be a norm, man. All right, doors getting kicked in is going to be a norm. All right, getting your house ravished, it's going to be a norm. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their own power. Total anarchy. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. All right. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So when America loses first world status, and it's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, all right, with no promise of your food and your livelihood, it says that men are going to be afraid. So how much more women? Okay. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, which are guns, and spoil their goods. Take everything out of their cabinets, their pantries, their refrigerator, right? Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So you're going to see human nature resemble animal nature when there's no more food on the shelves, man. Like I said, this is great pride, all right, and great, what's the word? It's great pride and great complacency, to where you don't have to hunt fish for them. All right, you take no thought as to what food you're gonna have in your refrigerator, on your cabinet. Now, from a spiritual perspective, the elect, we don't have to worry about it because the Most High has us. But for man on the planet Earth, especially in the Western world, all right, they've taken no thought as to how they're gonna get food in their refrigerator, man. Like right now, there's just bread sitting on the shelf inside of these stores. There's tissue sitting on the shelf, man. All right. But pretty soon, that's going to be a thing of the past. All right. A man should have Second Ezra 15 and 19 again. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me. Well, it's going into the Third World War, but that's pretty much the point, man. All right, America is about to lose its first world status. All right, it's about to be a dog-eat-dog world, man. And this is really for the vengeance upon, all right, the 2/3 of our people, man, and the other nations, man. They're about to catch it too. All right, but with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai by Shem Kakadash. The honor to our apostles, great millstone rule well. Peace and blessed, house David the elect. Abba, Abba, Kum Yasha Allah, Shalom.